Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we said that we are going now to talk about Egypt's contribution in the field of medicine and health in Africa. Well, to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have this phone with Dr. Houda Rezkana, a professor of intensive care Faculty of Medicine, Cairo University, and also the president of the intensive care unit in Qasr Al Aini Hospital. Good morning, Doctor. Dr. Rezkana. Good morning, Dr. Rezkana. Dr. Houda? Well, we are going now to talk about Egypt's contribution in the field of health and medicine in Africa. Actually, Egypt have exerted efforts in this field, and since President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi years ago was the head of the African Union, he gave very good attention and very good care to this field and to the field of the health in Africa. Well, to shed more light on this issue, we have the pleasure to have with us now over the phone Dr. Houda Rezkana, Professor of Intensive Care Unit, Faculty of Medicine, Cairo University. Good morning, Dr. Rezkana.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Well, Dr. Rezkana, could you please shed more light on the steps that are taken to make Egypt Africa's health technical hub?
Well, as a matter of fact, I would appreciate very much the occasion of this conference. It's a huge one, and there is more than 2,000 participants from the African countries. And I can see our President, Mr. Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, is always keen to gather all links to Africa and give them the attention they deserve. So this meeting is, or a big conference, I mean, this is not an ordinary meeting, it is a big hub. Includes services, medical equipment, the up-to-date vaccination, though the world is full of now a lot of disastrous from infection and biological weapons start to do in a lot of areas in the world. So it has a remarkable importance to have this starting from Egypt and grasp the attention of all the world to shed light and also enumerate steps we've been taking to raise the alertness and the conscious about all these coming events and all these medical standards we are dealing with, and also to push up the level of medical service in the continent.
Yes, Dr. Rezkana, what about the role of Egypt or the role Egypt played on the African level when it comes to combating, for example, the coronavirus and also producing vaccines?
Well, producing vaccine, I think Egypt started steps in that since 2 years, and we insist to produce our vaccination in Egypt as we succeeded before in all the years. We've been doing all the vaccines for the measles and smallpox and all that stuff in Egypt. So we are able to produce the vaccination for the, the error which happened for the coronavirus. Yes. And variety and change. And we are very successful at this area as we limited the distribution of this or the spread of this virus in Egypt. And we thank God also that we have centers right now work on the international level for the biological induced diseases. which
Yes.
is the trend right now in the new war all over the world.
Yes.
So there is a lot of attention paid, a lot of money was devoted to take this step for more practical and more influential effect to guard against any lethal diseases come to this country.
Yes. Dr. Rezkana, also, how do you see or evaluate Egypt's when producing the vaccines, as Egypt distributed or divided the vaccines on all the African countries equally?
Well, I think one of the areas which Egypt fight is the equality and equity for the whole African countries. They have the right to enjoy all the up-to-date vaccination and all the up-to-date treatment because they were the people who are suffered more in this world. So Egypt find it's a like a crochet war for her to distribute and make justice on the ground to enjoy the people with their rights in health and wealth. And a healthy life is not will be assured except when you are providing them with all the medical and vaccination and up-to-date equipment which help to raise the level of the service in the medical field.
Yes.
And education and training, one of the major parts that we are fighting to take care of and rule it in Africa.
Yes. So, Dr. Rezkana, how do you see the efforts that are exerted by Egypt in order to help Africa benefit from Cairo's expertise in the fields of medicine and the field of health?
I think this depends on our effort more and more because we have to visualize and eliminate the steps we've been taking before. A long time ago, Egypt was one of the eminent areas in the world which are not enjoy a healthy and high resistant quality of health here. And we should give the people our experience, and we provide training and provide conferences which we can exchange the ideas, exchange the part we can play, and they exchange their experience with us. So, and we can visualize also the weak points we are lacking, why some diseases spread in Africa, and why we cannot fight it from the first moment. So we are having this fight for this year as an eminent role for Egypt, which is provided by being the first on the the African Union right now, the coming year. So it's our chance to grasp and redistribute the role of each African country with our major task as an experience and knowledge and medical equipment and medical medicine as a whole. And our task here is to provide a new generations provided by science and technology.
Yes, Dr. Rezkana, how would the continent, the African continent, benefit from the transfer of the Egyptian health expertise, as Egypt have sent many medical convoys to Africa? So, if you would like to elaborate on this point.
We were sending many convoys to Africa in the middle of the coronavirus and before, and the fighting of other, bird flu and all that stuff said, we give the people our up-to-date products for medical or vaccination, and we spreading this knowledge because we have to know that international war around us fighting the products of the Egyptian, companies. So that we have to be alert and very conscious that we provide the up-to-date and up to the international level for medical care and for medical services that will guard against spreading any infection in this country,
Yes.
this continent. And the thing that we can divide the role of each country in this continent to play and to guard against their, to protect their people. And among this African Union, will provide a healthy Africa.
Yes. So, Dr. Rezkana, what about Egypt's role in Africa when it comes to eradicating pandemics?
Well, as a matter of fact, we've been successfully eradicating the polio. And you remember that a few years ago, maybe 10 years, we were celebrating that with the World Health Organization.
Yes.
And I remember this festival that we were successful in eradicating polio in Egypt here. So this is our role also to African country. Polio was conquered in Egypt, and also there is no TB, and these diseases which used to be in a lot of all over the world pandemics, we are, thanks God, succeeded to eradicate and also provide the vaccination and be prepared to any attack from this infectious disease. So what we need is to raise the level of conscious and raise the awareness and raise also the level of knowledge for the young doctors and also the staff of the primary care services who take care of the patients, which I mean nursing staff and all primary care services for the hospitals, and provide a dialogue to apply it to everywhere in Africa so we enjoy a healthy continent.
Yes. I thank you very much for your time and for your valuable information, Dr. Houda Rezkana, Professor of Intensive Care Faculty of Medicine, Cairo University, and former member of the Parliament. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for following me in this segment. Please stay tuned for more in The Breakfast Show.